like to invite Dean Pericles Lewis, Dean of Yale College, for opening remarks.
Thanks very much, and thank you, Shmuley, for having me on a solemn occasion. It's an important opportunity for me to talk with people who invite me and have an opportunity to share. And on this horrible anniversary, it's good to be here and to honor the hostages and all who have suffered in this past year. It's a painful anniversary. Many of us have been affected, whether directly or indirectly, by the terrorist attack of October 7th and the aftermath over the past year, both in Israel and also here on our own campus. Particularly now, at the beginning of a new year and on the eve of Yom Kippur, we seek the meaning of these events and we hope for a better year ahead. At such a time, the mission of Shabtai seems to me particularly important. Your commitment to developing Jewish leadership, to dialogue between Jews and Gentiles, to intellectual exploration, have made you a home for some of the most important conversations at Yale, and I've been learning more about those as I meet people here today. As Senator Cory Booker has said, you've worked to unite people with love and respect. The keynote speaker today is Robert Post, former dean of the Yale Law School, someone I admire and think of as a friend. I've been particularly grateful for his writings on academic freedom, which has helped me to think about my own work as a university administrator. I want to leave plenty of time for Professor Post's remarks, but I would like to share a couple of poems from Israeli poet Yehuda Amichai, whose work I've included in an anthology that I edit. These were translated by Stephen Mitchell, Hannah Block, and Harold Schimmel. There's been a lot of discussion, by the way, about institutional politics in the past year, and I'll just say that I'm sharing these not as any kind of political statement, or even as dean, but as a literary critic who finds these poems moving and apt on this occasion. Sleep in Jerusalem. While a chosen people become a nation like all the nations, building its houses, paving its highways, breaking open its earth for pipes and water, we lie inside in the low house, late offspring of this old landscape. The ceiling is vaulted above us with love, and the breath of our mouth is as it was given us, and as we shall give it back. Sleep is where there are stones. In Jerusalem there is sleep. The radio brings day tunes from a land where there is day, and words that here are bitter, like last year's almond on a tree, are sung in a far country and sweet. And like a fire in the hollowed trunk of an olive tree, an eternal heart is burning red, not far from the two sleepers. The next poem is one that Amichai read at the invitation of Yitzhak Rabin at the Nobel Peace Prize ceremony in 1994. God has pity on kindergarten children. God has pity on kindergarten children. He has less pity on school children. And on grown-ups, he has no pity at all. He leaves them alone, and sometimes they must crawl on all fours in the burning sand to reach the first aid station covered with blood. But perhaps he will watch over true lovers and have mercy on them and shelter them like a tree over the old man sleeping on a public bench. Perhaps we too will give them the last rare coins of charity that Mother handed down to us, so that their happiness may protect us now and on other days. Personally, I did not have much of a religious upbringing. I don't know Hebrew, but I read the Bible often, and when I think of the past year, I think of the passage in Genesis where Jacob wrestles with the angel and receives the name Israel. I think many of us have been wrestling or struggling with the meaning of the events of the past year. We may not understand them, but we have an opportunity to be together and to reflect on the lives lost and the lives of the hostages. I want to thank you again for inviting me to join you on this occasion to hear from Professor Post. Thanks.